Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog a day, and today is Thursday the 31st, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got this morning, fairly decent time frame, got up and around, got outside, jumped in the hot tub for a little bit. Wife got up and around, she got off to work, and I was chilling out, had a dog coming a little later today, and didn't have anything planned for the morning, so that's kind of got a few things around here done, nothing too major, just kind of simple stuff that kind of, I don't know, just life stuff needs to be done anyway. So got that done, and then basically from there, decided I was going to run out and try and find some fittings to convert a sand filter from our old above ground pool into the filter for the stock tank pool that I built my wife, and headed up to the first plumbing supply store or whatever, and they didn't have nothing. Went to the pool supply store, they didn't have nothing, so I drove down south a ways to a store called Anchor, and it's like a True Value type store. They also have a bunch of bait stuff and all kinds of fishing poles, and just, it's an old school hardware store. Like, it's got a ton of really cool shit. And went in there, and one of the guys that works there, had good luck with his help in the past solving issues when we were trying to hobble stuff together to make something work. And he does a good job not only finding it, but it seems like he enjoys finding it. So I basically, as I come pulling in, walked into the store, he was walking back in from out by the bait and asked me if he was ready for a project. And he was like, absolutely. So he was like, cool. He had it in, told me what I needed, had the hoses that I needed to make it fit for. I needed some bulkheads and a bunch of fittings. And he goes, yeah, I don't have that kind of stuff. I said, well, can we make it work? Can we adapt this stuff to it? And so we started looking for barb fittings and all kinds of different things. And one of the cool things I was glad we found was a big ass strainer that has, like, I don't know, like you'd see like on a, like it may imagine like a gutter system for your house that has like the big, like, I don't know, looks like the size of like a small pineapple sticking up that has a bunch of grooves cut in it to stop it from getting plugged up as easily. And my thought with that was, where the water's draining from there back to the filter, you have the setup to where it won't, nothing gets sucked against it and will basically cause get sucked against the drain, I guess, and create too much vacuum that will keep somebody pinned there, whether it be an animal or a human being, whatever. Like, I think it's got a secondary opening, it'll keep it from happening. So, but yeah, so I got it, and then after I got back home, started looking at it, I was like, oh, that's actually not the right one. That's on the return side, not the drain side. So it is what it is. I don't need that. I take it back, which is nice because it was like 20 some bucks. So I'm like, that'll save me a little money there. But got the rest of the fittings, so I got to figure out some other type of drain block off. But I remembered it's got 2 drains and 1 return, and I had it backwards. For some reason I thought it was 1 return, or yeah, 1 drain, 2 returns, and it's not. So that's all my own mistake there of messing that up, but it's all good. So I'll take that back and get the other 2 pieces. And I won't really need a strainer there because it has 2 separate drains that will be able to create enough vacuum off of one, because they're going to be 4 or 5 feet apart. So they're not going to be issuing a problem getting too much suction up against one of them. So I don't need it, which is why I was like, why didn't I have this in the old pool? But it did, there's a lot smaller. So, but yeah, got that back. Did not start drilling it yet to mount that stuff, but I have the things I need, so that'll make it nice. And then kind of got a few other things around the house done, did some housework, and then decided I was going to go ahead and get my run in. Just got my run done a little early and put in some good miles, knocked out like, I don't know, basically a 10K, and then I got back and it's hot. It's just so grossly hot. And then I said, well, I'm already out here, might as well. So from there, went ahead and started mowing the yards. I mowed front and back at my father-in-law's place and my front yard. And then as I was getting there, as I was wrapping my front yard up, dog got dropped off, which worked out fine. They gave me a heads up they're on their way. And I knew I was already on my run, so I was gonna be local right there at the house. So got the dog inside, all the good fun stuff, dropped off their food and all that, and then she headed out. I went and messed the dog some, took him out of the backyard, let him run around there for a little while. Then I went ahead and jumped in the little cowboy pool for a little bit, threw a bunch of ice in my ice bath to let it get cooled down. And then I was like, cool, hanging out there, wife got home from work, and we were chatting a little bit, and I asked her if she wanted to try the ice bath again. And she's like, I guess so. So she did it the other day, and it did not go well. It did not go well at all. She barely got like past her butt. And I told her, so I said, you sit on your butt and then slouch down so you get all the way up to your chin. You get all the way in it. And she couldn't do it. She got in farther this time and stayed in longer, but still couldn't get all the way in. We had a good laugh over that. And then I hopped in the ice bath, got my little plunge in while she got in the pool to warm herself up in the pool water. And I thought it was kind of funny. I sat in the ice bath for about 5 minutes. Didn't even, gasp and breathe hard while she's over here whining and hollering and pooping and everything else with it, because she's not used to the uncomfortableness of anything, whether it be pain or discomfort, kind of stuff like that. So yeah, had a good little chuckle over that one, and then went and grabbed a shower. She grabbed a shower also, and we chatted a little bit about things. Had a friend of mine reach out, and they want their actual birthday. Had a big birthday party the other day and last week, and it was a big deal. A bunch of people showed up, had a great time. And tomorrow is his actual birthday. So they're coming over here to New Smyrna, and they're going to hit up a bar for a live band. It's a cover band, but still live music. And wanted to know if we wanted to tag along. And I said, I really don't like live music. I don't like loud bars. I don't like that scene much at all. But you might swing out for a song or two and whatnot. So it sounds like they might try and swing by here before they go to the bar. They're going to stop by my house, possibly. I don't know if they'll have time or not. And then from there, we will head over to the bar. And I said, most likely, I'll just take the motorcycle because it's so much easier to park over there. And whenever I'm done, I'll just leave. I'll either run back, grab my wife, or more likely, she'll get a ride home. They're hoping to be bringing themselves a designated driver back with them, so they'll have some, him and his wife can both have some drinks and not worry about it. Like that works. So we could drive them possibly. Maybe my wife better off just order an Uber and just Uber home. It can't be that inexpensive. It's a handful of miles. The fact coming from Beachside on a Friday night will be a surge pricing, I'm sure, but who cares? So then she decided to reach out to some of her old co-workers and friends, and there's two of them both live Beachside, so she invited both them out, and hopefully maybe they'll show up. We'll kind of have like a little group show up together, have a little deal, and then she'll have other people to hang out with. And truthfully, there's a good chance if she ends up with them, they might just invite her to crash at their place, and then I can go pick her up Saturday morning. But we'll have to see if that happens or not. Who knows? So my stomach wasn't feeling great. I think I'm really worried about the stupid garage that's finally getting close to being built. Now I'm overthinking it, so my brain's kind of off in la la land a little bit, which usually screws with my desire to eat. So it is what it is there. So I told her I'd skip the dinner again, and we had leftover chicken and rice and vegetables, or she can do what she wants. So after my shower, I hung out, went outside with the dog, grabbed a couple cigars, and just enjoyed a beautiful evening because it's been so damn hot outside. During the day, I haven't enjoyed being outside at all. And it was nice enough, and it's still hot, I'm wrong, but hot in the high 80s is way different than hot in the high 90s. It's just a big damn difference in life. So yeah, chilled out there. Dog and I had a good time. Had a neighbor who reached out and asked if her boyfriend apparently is a handyman, and he quoted her $450 to fix the fence between our properties, my father-in-law's property and her property. And she wanted to know, like, I think it was $450 was my half if I wanted to pay. And I'm like, yeah, I don't need a fence over there. First off, she said so-and-so quoted. I'm like, I don't know who that is. And she goes, oh, it's the guy that's living with me. I'm like, okay. And I thought, goddamn, back when, Karen and I were first dating, it was her house. I was living there. I never charged her for all the work I did around the house. I replaced siding and hot water heaters and dishwashers and toilets and everything else. And I even laughed. I'm like, if I look back on it, I remember I bought all the materials also. Like, I didn't even ask her to pay for the stuff. I kind of looked at it like we're early on in this relationship, like it's like in lieu of rent kind of thing. But the real reason I said no is, one, I don't give a shit. It's not my damn. I don't have any dogs there, so I don't care if the fence is there. Two, I built that whole chunk of fence for about $100. I'm wrong, it was a handful of years ago. But when it got taken down in the hurricane, they were there with two little kids, and they were wanting the fence put back up, and kept asking when it was going to get put back up. It was her and her husband at the time, and I said, hey, here's where we're at. I'm wanting to rebuild my fence. I need to do both sides. The west side I technically didn't need to do, but they needed 3 sides of their fence redone also. And I said, I'm willing to pay for all the materials, and I'm willing to do all this kind of stuff. All I ask you guys, give me, a little bit of your time, come help me dig holes, help me set posts, help me hang fence panels, whatever, and just offer some labor. I'll even help you do the rest of your yard. Like, we can do it together. Just help me do my one fence between us. Ask for a little bit of labor. Nope, never showed up. Say, oh yeah, we'll help you, and then never helped me. So here we have an opportunity. I'm just asking for a couple hours of your time to help me set posts a lot straighter, a lot easier. 2 people. And could be either one of them. I don't give a shit. Husband or wife, either one could have done it. Wasn't looking for skilled labor. I was looking for somebody to hold the board straight while I screwed it in, kind of situation. But nobody wanted to help me then, and nobody offered to come off any money to pay for it back then. So now all of a sudden now it's going to convenient you, because the best part is she's wanting to try and sell the house, or thinks she's going to sell the house, because the husband keeps threatening to kick her out of the house any day now, because supposedly his name's on the deed and he's going to throw her out and blah blah whatever. So I just like, now I'm good. My thing is, until my father-in-law passes and we either fix it up to rent it or fix it up to sell it ourselves, I don't need a fence over there. So it's not worth $450 to me, when if I wanted a fence, I could just go build the fence myself for way less than $450. And I sure as hell ain't going to pay somebody else labor to build my fence when I could do it. I don't need it. So yeah, I kind of get a good chuckle out of that one. I thought that was impressive. So I even offered to loan her money to pay for her divorce attorney, because she doesn't have any money for divorce attorney, and everybody wanted, if I told it was going to cost her $5,000 to be represented by legal counsel. One quoted 6, everybody else quoted 5, and I'm like, well, you need to get a lawyer, because he's finally filed on you, and it's going to go bad if you don't get an attorney. You're going to get really screwed in this, child support and everything else. Like, you need legal counsel, because you're not good at this, and you're not capable of this. And I'm like, I'm willing to loan you the $5,000, and what you get just in back child support will easily pay me back. But she's not going to, and she won't. The boyfriend got all pissy because, like, I'll take care of it. But you're going to supposedly take care of a $5,000 loan for the goddamn divorce attorney, but that you're going to charge her $450 for her half of a fence that you're putting up. Like, what the hell, man? Yeah, that makes sense. So he got butthurt, so I offered to pay for loan for the divorce attorney, but yeah, wants me to pay now for a fence. No, I'm good. I'm done. And this is the same dude who can't make eye contact with me when he's talking to me. So it is what it is. So yeah, I was all good there. And then we hung out, basically wrapped up my cigar, went inside, watched a little bit of Frasier for my bride, and wrapped it up and called it a night. The dog's a little bit of a bed hog. He wants to be right up against your legs. So they kept switching between me and Karen where he's going to lay. But he finally settled in. We did actually get some sleep. So yeah, that's all I got for right now. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.